days, I'm back out doing some Uber. All right, I don't have any space on my phone, so I'm gonna do this as a live video, and I'll just leave it up. I'm not really doing it as a live where I'm gonna sit here and engage. It's gonna be real quick because I'm probably gonna have to move around a little bit. All right, I'm gonna give you guys an example of, a real example of gang stalking, and I've been using, me doing this ride share and food deliveries and stuff over the years, to give you a good example of the abuse that we deal with as a TI, no matter what you're doing in your life. I just happen to be doing rideshare right now, and this is where it's easiest for me to show you guys, abuse, because it comes down to money and it comes down to dealing with the general public. So, it shows that the gang stalking program really focuses on those things, right? How you're perceived and how you interact with the general public and who you can interact with, right? And whether or not you can make money or not in the system. All right, that's what I've been showing you guys. What's going on, High Strangeness? I want you guys to catch this one on the playback as a real quick one. I'm just wanted to give you guys a quick example of something of gang stalk. How we always see how they walk dogs around us, like when they're doing a lot of gang stalking, control and domination over us. They'll have a dog on a leash, right? And a lot of people in the community, they feel like the dog on a leash represents us as TIs. Okay, so let me give you an example of what they did to me, what they're doing right now. I don't have a lot of time, but just want to give you a quick example. So I've been showing you the issues that I've been having with the gang stalking stuff. They put all males in my car, and whenever there's been a female passenger, every time I show up and she doesn't appear, right? They just keep doing it over and over again. So they've done it again tonight, right? So my first trip was a female named Sharita. I'm at the subway station, right? All right, so I started around 1 o'clock. They took me over to the subway station. I want y'all to listen to me real quick because I'm going to end this fast. I don't have a lot of time. So they called me over to the subway station. Now, one mistake that I made was I turned the app on and started working from where I was sitting, because I was sitting there for about an hour cleaning my car out. So they had time to plan out some evil, deranged shit for me real quick, right? This is real quick, guys. So all right, so stupidly I said, all right, let me just take this real quick one, knowing damn well they want to set the tone for me to have a bad night, right? So let me give you an example of what they did, and this is an example of how they treat us as if we're like a dog on a leash, where they're giving us punishments and rewards, where they abuse us, right? And if we don't feel like, if we aren't behaving in a broken way, or we don't break one of our rules, or we don't go out of our way and bend over for them, we're going to be abused and punished, right? So let me give you an example of what they're doing at this very moment, what they've just done. So they pull me over, they call me over here to pick up a girl, right? And they keep doing this. The girl, every time it's a female, she never comes to the car, right? So I'll take this trip right here. So they got all these females that's coming over from the Beyonce tours in town. So they got all of these. Yeah, they'll give me this quick one. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna cancel this. I'm not taking this. So they got all these people coming from the what's going on, guys? This is just a quick one because I'm not gonna do a lot of engaging on this one. I got to give you guys a quick example of how they treat us as if we're like animals on a leash, right? We're just their dogs, we're their pets, and they can give us punishment and rewards based upon how we behave to their liking. Let me give you a good example of what they just did. So again, they pulled me over. Matter of fact, let me just turn this off real quick. I'm just gonna not accept any rides real fast. I already accepted I'm gonna be up all night because they're hell bent on making sure that I have a horrible time every time I do this Uber shit. And I gotta work extreme hours now to make any money, and they're gonna make sure they harass and just so I'm gonna go through hell tonight on Friday night trying to work. They got the Major League Baseball All-Star game is in town. Beyonce's tour is in town. So anyway, but they're gonna make sure that I gotta struggle to make some pennies tonight. That's the new thing. But let me give you an example. Let me get to the point that I'm trying to get, and I'm gonna end this real fast, guys. This is what they just did, real time. So I come over to the station to pick up a girl. Obviously, she's coming from the Beyonce tour. There's a bunch of people out here dressed in cowboy gear, a bunch of honeypots walking past, trying to look sexy, see if I'll look at them or whatever case may be, okay? So the girl, of course, calls me and she's not here yet, right? She calls her Uber, and I'm supposed to just show up at the station and be there waiting on her like her butler, right? So she calls, she says, hey, I'm not there yet. We're still driving down. We're a few stops away. So I pull in there. It takes me a second to get the exact spot. I pull in and I sit there and wait for her, right, for about 6 minutes, right? Uber wants you to wait about 5 minutes, and then you can cancel it and move on. So literally, they made sure to have other Ubers pull up, and their passenger just happened to be right there waiting and jumping in the car, and they ride off just like it's supposed to be. If I was able to do normal Uber without law enforcement right there in front of me harassing the shit out of me, they were involved with this, and I'm gonna tell you what they did. Now, if I was able to just do Uber like everybody else and make a living like a person with a clean criminal record that's qualified to do the job, I met all the specifications to do this job, but they still can do all this bullshit to me for no fucking reason. So just to play with me, like I'm their fucking dog, right? So I pull over here to the joint to pick the girl up. Of course, she's not there, and I gotta be the only car sitting out here waiting for somebody, right? They make sure to do this on purpose to see if I'm gonna be mad. I promise you guys, I'm not mad. I'm just talking fast because I got to get through this quick, and I just drunk some caffeine, so I'm a little. I promise you, I'm not mad because I already know they're gonna try to put me through hell every time I get out here and try to make some money and try to get ahead, right? So listen to what I'm saying, right? So the girl, I'm sitting out here waiting for her. They got everybody walking, got honeypots walking by in skirts and heels, switching and legs out, and other cars pulling up, the exact same car like mine, right? Pulling up, their passenger gets in quick and they go. And I'm just still sitting there like the one idiot that they're playing with like their toy, right? I'm their pet dog. Now the whole point of them doing this, right? They wanted to pull me over there and make sure that I gotta wait. And this is what they did. If I don't wait, I knew they were gonna do this. If I don't wait for the girl and I leave once the 5 minutes are up, you got a 5-minute limit. If it's up, you go. They literally made sure that her train was pulling up the exact moment that the 5-minute limit was over, right? And she sent me a text saying we're pulling up. The 5 minutes is up. I don't want perps in the car playing games with me anyway. So I said, fuck it, I'm just going to cancel it, and I'm going to get another trip. I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to sit here and play games with these people. I'm not your fucking toy, right? So that's a bad boy, right? Bad boy. So I canceled it, and I moved on. So I failed the test, right? They put me through I'm out here working, and she coming from a concert playing, dancing, shaking her sweaty ass to Beyonce, having a good fucking time, $1,000 tickets. I'm out here trying to work to survive, but because I won't wait extra time out of my night. I'm a little fair that I'm taking to get the money because I won't wait for her, right? And I leave when I'm eligible to leave. They're gonna punish me now, right? So immediately they start with the bullshit. So I decide to leave. I pull out. They got law enforcement, the police pulling out, synchronizing with me, because of course they're the ones that set this shit up. Because I sat here in the fucking neighborhood for a whole hour before I started working, so they had time to put their little devious plots together because they don't got shit else to do. So, anyway, y'all hit the like button for me. I got 44 people with 4 likes. It's a quick live. I'm not engaging with you guys right now. I just want to tell this story, and people can watch it on the playback. So anyway, they give me another one immediately, but it's an extremely low fare. But I said, okay, I'll accept it because it'll add on with the cancellation fee that I just got, and it's right across the street. So they send me the guy. So I drive over to pick up the person. Of course, law enforcement is synchronizing to meet me as I'm leaving out, as to say, bad boy, we about to fuck you up tonight. We're gonna punish you because you didn't spend extra time waiting on this person that's more important than you are. Whatever, I guess. I don't know. You're a TI, and you should be lucky that we're letting you get out here and work. And if you don't, go out of your way for us, knowing that we playing games with you like you're a fucking toy, we're gonna punish you, right? So I drive down to pick the other person up. So they send me down to a empty, like a back lot somewhere where it's quiet. All the lights are off. It's nobody back there. It's like as if you wanted to set somebody up. You can send an Uber driver back there and somebody can pop out and shoot him and run off in the darkness, right? But really, they're trying to symbolize that, okay, well, we're going to fuck your night up. You're going to have a slow, dead night tonight. You get what I'm saying? Because you didn't do what we want you to do, play our little game with us. You're going to have a bad night tonight. So they send me to this place with of course, is a girl again, right? Now, here's a girl. They send me out there. Nobody's out there. Every time it's a female, she's not there, nowhere to be found, right? Unless it's a white female. They've been getting in the car. But every time it's a black female, this time it's an African, right? So she called me on the phone. She put the wrong address in. Oops, right? She put the wrong address in. So I drove all down here in the dark somewhere, and she doesn't know where I am. So either I can sit there for 5 minutes and wait in the dark and cancel it, or go drive around looking for her, or whatever, right? Or just cancel it and get no money and waste my time. And that's what I had to do. I had to cancel the shit, get no money out of it, right? Because now they're gonna punish me because I didn't pass their test and do what they wanted me to do and wait here for somebody past their time, because I'm a bad boy. I'm their dog. So now they're gonna punish me and make sure I can't make money to take care of myself. Hopefully I go out here and commit a crime and rob and steal and just struggle, right? So now they're gonna punish me because I wasn't a good dog on a leash and do what the fuck they want me to do. You get what I'm saying? This is what it comes down to with gang stalking. I don't know a lot of this other shit people got going on, but what I'm dealing with is literally a community of people led by what it seems like law enforcement. It seems like I'm just being bullied and harassed and destroyed by law enforcement. I'm pretty sure it's coming down from higher than them, but it might not be. It literally might just be them using their network and their gang. They're just a gang, and they got gangs within their gang. And they're just using their network of gangs to just harass and punish, using their technology. As soon as you hit any neighborhood, that local police department or sheriff's department is going to jump on, and they're going to start bullying you around their little area, using all of their perps and just doing whatever they can do to try to cause some kind of problem where hopefully they can get you locked up or shoot you or whatever. But it's really, to me, it seems like it's law enforcement bullying. They got the system to do it. They're the ones that are in the neighborhood. They know the area, they know the neighborhood, they got all the logistics down packed. So if anybody's gonna be doing all this shit, like, and you know, it's law enforcement. They're in our phones, they got Stingray devices, they're watching everything we do on our phones, so they got time to just sit around and fucking play games with us and, you know, attack our pockets. This, you know, they just decide they're gonna make sure I have a bad night if I don't play their game like they're good dogs. So I just wanted to point that out. Then I sat here for a while. For a long, like for 20, 30 minutes, damn near, waiting, trying to get another ride. They just won't send nothing through it all. Friday night, bunch of events going on in Atlanta. So because I didn't wait extra time for a girl coming from $1,000 a ticket Beyonce tour, I didn't wait extra time for her. You're right. And a police officer who's out here making a salary, probably getting discount on his rent wherever he's living. You get what I'm saying? You got cop groupies do whatever they say, lick their boots. They living it up, right? But because I don't wait extra time in my little Uber that I'm trying to make these pennies a night, because I don't wait and do what they want me to do in their little game, they're gonna make sure I have a bad night and make it hard for me to make money so I can be in a struggle. And that's what gang stalking looks like, guys. I know a lot of people talk, you know, a lot of exotic things and, you know, all of these futuristic, but at the end of the day, what it just comes down to is dark-spirited, bad people who have access to technology, and now they have an opportunity to spread their evil, spread their bad spirits around, and just try to like haunt people and bully people and, you know, just drag them into bad situations. That's what it really comes down to, at least for me. I don't know what others are going through, but mine is more centered around that, you know, just trying to destroy you, and seems like just push you to a point where they got a lot of people that's out here homeless, walking the streets with pushing carts, and I'm sure they went through this kind of a program. But hey, guys, thanks for coming in. There's a lot of people in here. This probably would have been a good one. Y'all not hitting the like button anyway. 45 people with 5 likes, jeez. But yeah, guys, I really got to go. I got to get ready to go. I got to get back to work, because, you know, it's already 2 o'clock in the morning, and for the whole first hour, I got $5 because they want to play around with me like a fucking dog. So I guess it's gonna be one of those nights I'm gonna have to work all night in order to get money to make what I need to make to justify even doing this job. You know what I mean? So life on the watch list. In my opinion, man, it really just feels like law enforcement harassment. That noise you hear right now is a noise campaign because we got 45 on the clock. All right, you get 45 out of that. That's the backwards 24. That's why that train is showing up right now, because they're part of the transportation department under the critical infrastructure. It's one of the critical infrastructure industries in our country. So therefore, whenever you as a TI are anywhere in that vicinity, the program starts. And if you're like me and they do time synchronized harassment, all of the trains are gonna ride past. See, right now I got that's 6-4. 6 times 4 is 24 hour surveillance. That's why they do that. You're not going to see it any other time. While I'm over here, they're only going to run the trains past with the numbers that are in my harassment program. They'll slow the train down, they'll speed it up, whatever they got to do to synchronize with it to be right here so I can see it and hear it with one of those times. That's what they're going to do. That's the national security apparatus of our country. That's what they do when you're a target individual and you're around any of these sectors that are considered critical infrastructure. I got a video on here that'll tell you all about it. It's called GangStalking, the information that you need. I break down the critical info. This is like 2-3 years ago. I broke down the critical infrastructure sectors and how they are used as a security mechanism. But for us as targeted individuals, it's just a harassment thing because, of course, we're not involved in terrorism or crime. So they're basically just doing it just to try to drive us crazy, to push us over a limit. But yeah, it's like I said, I'm just talking real fast. I drank some caffeine. I plan on being up tonight. You know, I'm just, you know, that's all. I'm not upset. I'm not distraught. I'm perfectly calm and cool. I'm gonna make money tonight. It's just that, you know, they're gonna make it difficult. But I'm just trying to share the story, guys. I'm just trying to show you what it really looks like when you're going through this shit, the day-to-day stuff. I haven't done any Ubering like that since probably the other night when I did a live with you guys. I did one day after that, and I did okay. But you know, this is like my first day really back. And of course, immediately they start with the same stuff. They did it the other day also. After I did that long live, and I told you guys everything that they do, the next night I went out, they did the exact same thing. The first trip that I had was a girl, didn't show up, had to cancel it and drive off. And then the next trip, they took me straight to a gay bar. Again, after I spoke about this stuff, they took me straight to a gay bar, picked up 3 or 4 guys who I assume are homosexual males, sweating, coming from the club, jump in the car. They all say the same thing. Oh, this is a really nice car. Oh, this is a really huge screen you got. Oh, I really love the sunroof. They all say the same shit, right? The same script. Get in the car. Then we go to the next gay club that's about 10-15 minutes away. It's the whole gay area of gay clubs, LGBTQ. They keep doing the same shit. And then all night long, they'll just have guys, whether homosexual males or straight males, just men, all night long. And then at the very, very end of the night, this to do shit every time now. Very, very end of the night, they'll give me a female to ride like as if who cares? Like I don't know why they think it matters, but this is what they're doing. This is the tactic. They did this. They do the same thing. And now what it is, it'll be white females, right? And since I mentioned that every time I get a white female in a car, they follow me with a police car. Law enforcement will follow me every time it's a white female under 30 that people would consider attractive. They'll have a police officer follow me. So what they did was they did the exact opposite. They had a couple white females in the car, and no police followed. He. But every time it's a non-white female, black female, something like that, they're not coming to the car. Something happens, there's some kind of discrepancy, wrong address, and I gotta either sit there and waste my time or drive off with no money and hurt my algorithms because I gotta cancel. This is the game they play, guys, to make sure that they control your money, to keep you in a scarcity situation. They never want you in abundance. They don't want you to be paying your bills on time. They don't want you to have financial freedom. You see what I'm saying? And when you're using these apps and this technology, they got such an advantage that it's almost impossible. Man, there's a lot of people in here. I really wish I could go longer, man, but I really got to focus on working tonight. So I'll jump back on. If anything interesting happens, I'll go live. I don't have enough space in my phone. I got so much stuff in here. So I don't have enough space in my phone to do videos. So if something interesting, there's the one headlighter for those of you who get that. I don't get that often. I've been getting it a lot more lately, but that's not something I really usually even pick up on. But that's the one headlighter for the people who understand that. I think that it says the eye symbolism or something like that. But anyway, there you go right there. I can always turn my joint on live, and it's going to always be GangStalking going on around me, and it's always time synchronized no matter what. This is the curse that they've given me, and it really sucks to see people faking this stuff because it's not fun. Man, there's a lot of people in here, guys, but I got to go. I would love to sit here and talk to you guys. I might be back on to talk to you soon. It might be a crazy night tonight. It's Friday night. They're pissed off, you know, that I'm still out here trying, that I haven't given up yet. So yeah, man, I'm in an isolation program right now, real heavy. At work, my regular job, they're doing the same thing. They just crowded it with nothing but dudes. They had some of the real characters come to my job tonight that have been coming over the years. Over the you know, the past year or two that I've been there, they had some real characters coming, but all males. Filled the job up tonight. Weird energy, just real strange isolation. I go to my storage unit every time now. Nobody else really shows up too much. They're trying to put me in an isolation program, kind of like solitary confinement, I guess, but out in the real world. All right, I'm gone, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. Drop some comments. Go check out some videos, some lives. There's a lot of stuff on this channel that you guys can probably get something from. I got a Cash App posted in my community tab where it says posts. I got my Cash App there. If anybody out there is a Friday, you're feeling generous, you understand my story, you've been following my story, you understand my struggle, any little bit can help. You see what I'm going through. Oh, and thank you to Ricardo. Both of you, God strengthens me. Thank you guys for anybody else who I forgot, I'll get to you soon. But thank you for the donations last time. That was definitely a blessing. You helped me out a lot with a bill that I needed to get covered. You definitely made it a little easier to get that done the other day. But I'm still in the struggle, as you can see. They're hurting me out here, you know, with punishing me if I don't behave like the way they want me to behave. If I don't go out my way and do stupid shit, they're gonna do stuff to punish me. So if you can help, anything is appreciated. Nothing's too small. The Cash App is in the community tab, guys, and I appreciate you guys for following my story and supporting. And if I can support and help you in any kind of way, drop it in the comments. I'm still locked out of my Instagram page. I've been working on it a little bit this week, but I'm having trouble with it. But I'll keep you posted. All right, guys, peace.